special. And so at 11 o'clock, we're going to have a walk. We have some snacks for you. We're going to try out our core lean. And so you guys are welcome to come back for that. So, but we'll go ahead and get started. Let's warm up our body. We'll do some circles with our shoulders. How long is the walk? You know what? We don't have like a set time. It depends on who arrives and what we feel like we're going to be doing. So we might have Joy will be with us, so we could always split into two and have a faster walk, a longer walk, or shorter walk.
How far is it down to Alameda and back? It's about an hour.
It is. I think it's
Half hour
3.5
each way.
or
Yeah.
I think it's 5 miles. I don't know if it's 5 miles there or 5 miles there and back. That's turned into big circles, still going in that same direction.
Got my step thing on, so maybe check it.
We'll do one more big circle and stop at the bottom and go back with the shoulders, opposite direction.
So that's the plan, to go to Alameda and back.
We're not going to go that far.
Okay. That's pretty far.
That's real far for us. And let's go into big circles again. Now we're moving in the opposite direction. And let's go ahead and add our body just a bit. So we're going to lean forward. So now we're just warming up the spine just a bit, not too much. We're just getting warmed up at this time. And we're going to stop those arms in front of us. Let's open them up, push the chest forward, try to touch those shoulder blades. And bring those hands in front and round the back. And you can actually push that back towards the chair. And we open up. No yawning. Pulling back.
Catch some flies.
And open. And close. And now let's add our neck. So we're going to open up and look up. And close and tuck that chin down. Open the arms, look up. Close the arms, look down. And bring those arms to the legs. Lift up that rib cage. We're going to line our body, right? So our ears are going to line with the shoulders, shoulders over the hips, and rest those hips on the chair. Nice. Go ahead and hang onto your chair so you feel nice and secure. Opposite arm lifts up, and let's lean to one side. Get a nice stretch here. And we're going to switch. So this hand hangs onto the chair, opposite arm comes up and lean over. And come on back to that first direction, all the way over. The hand that's lifted up, turn that palm towards the ceiling, push up. And now let's pull that hand back as far as it feels comfortable, opening up underneath the arm here. And we'll lower back down. Let's switch to the other side. We lean over and then push that palm up towards the ceiling and pull it back. And come back to the starting position. Find that alignment. And so feet are flat on the ground, shoulders above the hips. And let's go ahead and look over one side. And let's engage the eyes, right? So imagine you could look all the way around to the other side. So the muscles around the eyes become engaged. And look back forward. Let's look over the other shoulder. And come back forward. Let's do each side one more time. Remember to engage your eyes, look forward. Last time over that shoulder. And come back forward. Nice. Hands are resting on the legs. Let's do our cat-cow. I'm going to bring my body forward, looking up. And pushing back. And we kind of did this already, so we won't spend too much time here. But you really want to feel the spine begin to loosen up. Maybe you can feel each vertebrae begin to create space between them. We'll do one last time, both forwards and backwards. And come back to center. Lift that rib cage up. Let's do circles with the rib cage. So it looks like my shoulders are moving, and they are, but the energy is initiated at my core. And stop and change direction. And stop in the center. All right. So each of us have different bodies. So remember, if I'm doing a move that doesn't feel right for you, you can modify that and I can help with that. I'm opening my legs just a bit because I'm going to let my belly push out. I'm going to pull the belly in. Now I'm not letting the hips move. It's just pushing the belly out, tucking it in, push it out, tuck it in, out and in. This is going to help warm up the core. This also builds those abdominal muscles and the muscles in the pelvic floor. We really want to keep these muscles nice and tight. This helps us keep our upright position, right? We don't want to be falling over. This keeps our core strong. Now let's add the hips. So tilt the hips forward, tilt the hips, almost as if you were a dog and you were tucking the tail. I'm going to tuck that tail underneath. I'm going to let the belly go down. Woof, woof, woof. No tongues out. This is loosening up that lower back, right? We want to loosen up that lower back before we get going.
Not going yet.
We're just starting. And go ahead and scoot back in your chair. So to our two new people, do know that some of these participants have been here for what, 3, 4, 5 years? 10 years. So don't feel frustrated if you see someone doing something and you're not able to yet. Okay, let's go ahead and we're going to warm up our legs. We're going to swing our legs. So if you need to scoot back.
So you called 911? No, I have to have that.
Let's make some circles. And so now what we're doing is we're loosening up the knees, but we're also starting to warm up those legs. You might feel some release of tension in the kneecap, or maybe you might hear some popping. Go ahead and stop, change direction. This is good to do every day. It's like warming up your car, right? You got to get all the fluids in all the areas before you start moving. Bring that rotation down to the ankles. I wear my hiking boots for a walk today, so I got a little stiffness. Change direction. And go ahead and rest those feet. All right. Let's go ahead and reach those arms out. We'll do some little circles here. Feel that energy coming from your heart out through the hands. Let's visualize that we've got some heavy weights. So pick up those kettlebells. I've got 10 on each hand. I'm going to go to medium-sized circles. I could do 15 if you challenge me. And let's move to large circles, still holding on to those heavy kettlebells. Remember how powerful the mind is, right? You visualize you've got these heavy weights, those muscles are going to become engaged. And stop at the bottom. Let those weights go. Turn those palms up. Let's change direction. Energy still coming from the heart out through the middle finger. Palms are up. We're using different muscles as we change our hand position. And move to medium-sized circles. Still feel that energy going out through the palm. And small circles. And rest those arms. Good job. Whew. Come sit at the edge of your chair. Put your hands on your hips. We're going to reach across our bodies. We're going to cross our midline. We're going to cross our midline, reaching up towards the ceiling. Visualize you've got that rope. You're going to pull it back down to your hip. We're going to switch to the other side. Pull it back down. We'll do both sides, and we'll do a count of 10. 1, do both sides. 2, pull it to your hip. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, almost there. 9, 10. Let's do both sides. Nice. All right. I'm going to work my feet in just a bit. We're going to do that same move. But this time, as I reach across, that same leg is going to reach out. As I grab that rope, I pull everything in so my core is engaged. Come back out, pull it in. We'll do one side for 5 and then we'll switch and do the other. So go ahead and find that position. That feels good. You guys are getting started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oops, I said 5 and we did 10. Oh,
Yeah,
look
we
at you
did.
guys moving.
No, good. Thank you. Oh, good.
I was watching. I want to make sure everyone caught up. Okay, let's do the other side. Reach across, step out. 1, 2. Wait, we got to match. 4, 5,
Rock dance here.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way back down. Great job. Feeling that energy in the core. Let's go ahead and lift our hands to our shoulders. Now visualize you've got some trays on the hands, right? So maybe you've got some drinks that you don't want to spill. And we're going to push those trays up towards the ceiling, lower them back down. As we do so, let's lift one leg. And so I'm going to lift up for 10. I'm going to lift one leg first. 1, lower down. Let's lift the other leg. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Leave those hands there. Keep those trays level. You don't want to spill anything. Now I'm going to lift my right hand. As I lift my right hand, left leg's going to raise up. So I'm going to alternate so that I've got crisscross movement in my body. Let's do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Leave those trays there. Scoot your body back. I'm going to lift those trays. Both legs are going to lift up. I'm scooting back so that chair will carry me. Let's lift up for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys look good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest those arms. Good set. You guys did great. If anyone ever thought that sitting in a chair was going to be easy, hasn't come to our classes, right? Let's go ahead and push those hands out. Now, same thing. Now, I don't have a tray, but maybe there's a wall. And so my hands are super flexed. I'm going to push that wall away from me, and then that wall pulls back in. So there's tension pushing out and pulling in. And let's lift both legs again. We'll do this one for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest. Good job. I'm going to come back to the front of my chair because I'm going to move my hands behind me and I don't want to accidentally hit the back of my chair. So you want to be careful. We're going to go ahead and place those hands on our knees. We're going to pull back as far as we can, trying to touch those shoulder blades. So I'm opening up the chest and I'm utilizing the muscles in the back of my body. And then I push back to my knees. And so let's pull back for 10. 1, push it back. 2, almost as if we're rolling. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Push it back. Nice. Let's go ahead and pull those arms back, lift those arms up. Same move here. We're going to try to touch those shoulder blades. Now let's visualize you have a big ball in front of you. And we're going to squish that ball. Now my hands are tied with rubber bands and I'm going to pull them apart. And so let's squish and pull for 10. 1, some tension here. 2, pull them apart. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's hold this just for a moment. See if you can open the door just a bit more. Try to touch those scapulas together. Try to touch those shoulder blades. Maybe touch your elbows. You can pull them back that far.
Let's see.
Pulling the arms back, go ahead and twist to one side. And come back to the front, still pulling back, twist to the other side. And come back and rest those arms. Whew. If you have any tightness, go ahead and work it out. If you haven't used those back muscles before, you might need to stretch them out just a bit. All right, so I'm still on the front of my chair. My hands are resting on my knees. I'm gonna lift one arm straight up and I'm gonna turn, tap the back of my chair and bring that hand back. Now, each of us have different flexibility. Maybe your arm comes out if that's as flexible as you can move. You can lead with the elbow and take the elbow back if that feels better for you. So some of us that have stiffness in the shoulder, this might be difficult, but visualize that shoulder moving back and coming back forward. And we'll do one side for 10. 1, tap, bring it back forward. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're halfway there. Grab some heavy weights and let's do the other ones with heavy weights. 6, 7, 8, 9, and let's switch sides. 1, 2, you might find that your body doesn't match. That's okay. 3, you might have more flexibility on one side than the other. 4,
Some backstroke here.
5.
Summer's coming.
Pick up that heavy weight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and rest those arms. Nice. So you need to roll those shoulders out and roll them out. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Ooh. All right, let's find our weights. So it looks like I need to do some shopping, right? I need to go out and buy some extra weights. Yes.
They have them on sale right now at Big Five. A whole rack of 3s, 5s, and 8s
Oh,
for like 25 bucks.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
Any 2s? I'll have to see.
I'm sorry. Today's the last day of the sale.
Oh, okay, thanks. Okay, let's make sure our bodies are lined up. So pull those ankles to the right knee, the knee. The knee should be out from the hips, hips aligned with the shoulders, elbows aligned, ears aligned with the shoulders, and rest those hands palms up. Let's do some bicep curls. I'm going to curl up for 10. 1, 2, are you okay with those? 3, thank you. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest. Check in with your body. Make sure it's still in alignment, that we didn't start to let the back curl. Let's go ahead and add an extra motion here. So we're going to curl up. We're going to lift those elbows up, open the door, close the door, back to the start. We'll do this for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are good exercises, even without the weights. 5, 6, 7, almost there. Last one, 8. Curl up, open the door, close the door, and back to the start. Take a deep breath in, and it out. All right, let's add one more variation here. And so this move here, we're going to do for a count of 6. We're going to curl up, lift those elbows, open the door. Here, let's close the door by taking those weights out in front. So this is going to ask your body to engage the back and the core in order to hold these out. and then we're just gonna let them slide back to the start. And we'll do this for 6. 1, curl up, open the door. Let's close that door and back to the start. 2, 3, 4, 5, last one, 6. All right, check in with the back. You need to roll out those shoulders, see how the body feels. Let's take those weights, turn the palms so they're facing each other. We'll do our bicep curl again. So we're going to curl up with those weights, tap our shoulder blades. Visualize you've got something in between you and your knees, and you have to push through it. And so we've got some weight coming up and tension going down. We'll do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And check in with the body. Let's add a variation. We're going to curl up. Once we get to the top where the weights hit the shoulders, we're going to push up towards the ceiling. Lots of energy if you have it. Lower back down. Resistance all the way back down to the knees. We'll do this for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost there. 7, 8, last one, all the way back to the knee. Kim, how are you doing back there with the heater on behind you? Are you okay? Let me turn it.
I'm in my costume. I got really cold in here.
No. Yeah, there's a blanket here. Somebody, oh, for me. I know we saved this for Char, but.
You know what? She told us where she'd be today, and I just remembered.
Where?
She's having the Mohs today.
She's having what?
The Mohs procedure.
Oh.
What's that?
Skin cancer or facial.
No. Cancer. Skin cancer, but
Okay, so we'll be thinking about Char. We'll send you
Yeah.
positive
We're
energy.
sending her- loving, healing energy. She'll
Thank
be
you.
here next Monday because I'm taking her home. I just remembered that too.
Thank you. All right. Okay. So we did 10, we did 8, we got to do 6 now. So let's go ahead. We're going to curl up, push up towards the ceiling, and we're going to let it cascade down. So again, the back, the stomach, everything's going to become engaged to help these weights lower down. That was 1. Let's do 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you can slow it down, you're really going to engage those muscles in the back and the core. Whew. All right, let's go ahead and put those weights at your hips. Check in with your shoulders. How's everyone feeling? You two hanging in there? All right, hands are on the hips. We did this move without weights where we went across the body. So now I have these weights. It's almost as if I'm going to punch the ceiling, pull this weight back down, punch the other side, bring it back down. Let's do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep those hands on your hips. Let's do that same move, only now it's going to go parallel with the ground. So rather than going across the body to the ceiling, when we go across the body straight parallel with the ground, right and left. Let's do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back. Let's walk those feet in. I'm gonna let my weights rest on my knees, palms down. We did a move where we pulled the arms back, pushed it back to the legs. Let's do that same move with our weights, and we'll do this for 10. So watch to make sure if you pull back, you don't hit the back of your chair if you need to adjust. And let's do 10. 1, push it back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest. Make sure the neck isn't stiff and shoulders aren't creeping up. Relax the shoulders. I'm going to pull one hand back. As it comes forward, the opposite hand is going to switch. So I almost have this push-pull motion. So let's go ahead and start. Pull one hand back. Let's do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and push that last one back to the knee. Good work. I'm going to let these weights rest on my knee. I'm going to lift them both straight out so they're parallel with the earth and lower back down. And as you do that, these core muscles are going to become engaged. Tuck the belly button in so that it's touching the back of the spine. Let's do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back down. Check in with their shoulders if you need to wiggle them to work them out. We're going to do that same push-pull. One arm's going to lift up. As it lowers, the other arm lifts up. So this is more like a scissor than a push-pull, though. Let's lift one hand up. We'll do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back down. Roll those shoulders out. Let's let those hands hang to the side. You can stay at the edge of the chair if you need to scoot back a little bit. Maybe today you're feeling a little fatigued. You need the back to hold you up. That's okay. If you want to work your core a little bit more, sit on the edge. Hands are going to rest on the side. I'm going to do my airplane lift straight up and back down. Let's do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and take a rest. Whew, these are tougher. These are usually a little deltoid muscles right here. So these muscles aren't as big. If you want to let go and not use the weights next time, you're welcome to do it without weights. We're going to lift up. Once we get to that parallel position, we're going to turn the palms so they're facing up. Turn back down and come back to the start. We'll do this for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, one more, 8. Can you hold it for a moment? Might be a little heavy. Go ahead and lower back down. Woo. All right, check in. You need to roll the shoulders out, look over the shoulders, loosen up the neck. We don't want our muscles to become tense and tight. We got one more rep here. Let's go ahead, hands resting at the side. We're going to go halfway, hands flip up, all the way over the top of our head. Please be careful. You've got a good grip. We don't want to drop these on top of our head. Come back down, switch direction, all the way to the start. Let's do this for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And shake those arms out. Any questions? You guys are good. I like the way you guys modify it if you need to. Let's work the core a little bit. We'll give our arms a little bit of a break. We've really worked them hard today. Let's go ahead, and I'm going to come back to the edge of my chair. So I've got a little bit of space. Open up my feet so that they are about even with the legs of the chair. I'm going to hold those weights close to my body. Back is going to be nice and straight. So I'm going to bend at the waist. So the back is not bending. Back stays straight and protected. Tuck your abdomen in. That's going to help protect the back. I'm going to lean as far forward as it feels comfortable for us. Once we can't go any further, we're going to bring the back up. Use your glutes. Don't push with your legs. Use the back muscles to pull yourself up. Let's do this for 10. 1. Pull yourself back up using the glutes. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. All the way back up. Nice. Go ahead and work those legs so that they're in. We're going to lean forward, drop those hands next to our legs. I'm going to lock my arms. So as my body comes up, those arms extend out. And this is going to help add some weight to the back. So keep that back nice and strong by tucking the tail. Let's lift up for 8. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 1 more. 8. And rest those hands. Deep breath in. All right, I'm going to scoop back in my chair. When we work our core, we don't want to only work forwards and backwards. Let's work to the side just a bit. So I'm going to drop one hand to the side. Other hand's going to tuck up underneath. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to alternate and switch sides. And so visualize these side muscles are what pull together to bring the body up. Let's do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and bring your body back up. Nice. All right. So let's rest with these weights on our lap. Pretend that you have someone behind you, and you're going to take these weights, you're going to hand them to that person behind you, and then bring them back to the lap. We're going to hand them to the other side, bring them back. So these muscles on the side are what's pulling those weights back and forth. Let's go ahead and do this for 10. 1, pull it back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back to the start. All right, let's set one weight down. I'm going to put one weight in front of me. It's going to rest on my legs, one hand on each side. And go ahead and bring the body upright. Lift that rib cage up, align the ears to the shoulders, shoulders right above the hips. We're going to lift that arm up over our heads as far as we can, tap the shoulders, bring it back up all the way to our legs again. Let's do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back down. Nice. Go ahead and lift that weight up in front of you. Imagine that you could squish that weight. So I want you to engage your biceps, engage all the muscles across your chest as you try to compress that weight. Squish a little bit more. The more you squish, the more engaged your muscles become. If you don't want to work out, you can just relax and pretend, but the only person missing out is you, right? So go ahead.
Look at me.
I gaze across everybody. Go ahead and keep squishing. Turn those fingers, face them towards me. Still squishing, but now different muscles have become engaged, right? Take that weight out in front of you, still squishing. Pull it back in. Let's lift up above our head. Be careful, you don't want that weight to fall. So you've got a good grasp. Still compressing, squishing that weight. And pull it back down. One last time. Compress, compress, compress. And release. Whew, shake out those wrists. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing with our knees. You can set it between your knees. That kind of hurts me. I'm kind of bony. So I'm going to put my hands there. And I'm going to squish the weight with my legs. So that way all the muscles on the inside of the thighs become engaged. If you need to scoot forward, you can a little bit. If you want to lift those legs up, then your core abdomen muscles will also become engaged. Go ahead and squish a little bit more. Imagine, remember the Thigh Master. You guys were all old enough to know Suzanne Summers, right? Squish, squish, squish. And release. Nice. Let's go ahead and set that weight down. Good work, everybody. Whew. Okay. So we've been sitting still for a little bit. Let's put the hands on the hips. Let's begin to walk in place. And just nice and slow pace. Get those legs back in motion. We warm up. And let's pick those knees up a little higher. Let's pick up the pace just a bit. Let's start to move those arms. Today we're going to go for a walk. You guys warm up. We can practice now, right? Make sure the back doesn't slouch. It's easy to let the back kind of soften. Keep that chest up high. Let's do this for another 5 seconds. Let's pick up that pace. Let's move those arms, move those legs. And go ahead and slow it down. Let's walk. And we can stop those legs. Come to the edge of the seat. Put your hands on your shoulders. We're going to go ahead and lift the knee, tap our elbow, lower back down, tap the other side. Let's do this for 10. 1, we'll do both legs. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last one. Open those arms up. Let's go and tap the tiptoe. And we'll do this for 10. 1, both sides. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, take a breath in. Ooh, good work, everybody. I've got like several layers on and feeling all bunchy. Let's go ahead and do our mountain climbers. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open one leg up, bring my hands or my arms into goalpost, goddess, cactus arms. One knee is going to lift up all the way to that elbow, back down. Let's do this side for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's switch to the other side. Arms are still up. Open up that opposite leg. 1. We need some giggling too. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You guys have to fill in then.
How about if I get a Charlie?
Oh, you're thinking about her, yeah. Key. So we have a woman that joins us and she laughs through the whole session. And so we're missing that. And we all know that laughter is really good for the belly, right? It exchanges air and it lifts our endorphins. All right, let's go ahead and scoot back just a bit. We're going to lift both legs up, lower back down. And so I want you to keep your body upright. You can push if that helps lift the body up. You can hold on. If you want to, you can even lean back, but the body needs to be straight as you lift those legs up. We're going to lift up super slow so that the muscles in the legs are doing this. And let's lift up for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's hold it on 10 for a count of 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest those legs. Good work. Whew, all right. We'll come to the edge of our chair. I want you to visualize that you have a big dog sitting next to you, right? And so if you want to hang onto the chair, you can. We're going to lift our feet over that big dog, step on the other side, bring that foot back together. Let's do this side for a count of 10. 1, bring it back. 2, don't touch that dog. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do the other side. Let's find our position first, though. Before we get started, let's make sure you're in alignment. Back is nice and straight. Tuck that tailbone. You can hang on to keep your body upright. Let's do 10 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not to call you out, but you have got like a little wiener dog over there. We want big dogs, right? You okay?
Yeah.
A nice little stretch.
Yeah.
All right. So now I've got 2 dogs. I got one on both sides. Now I definitely want to hang on to the chair as I lift both legs up, lift over both dogs, bring them back together. If you want to bring chihuahuas in, you can bring chihuahuas in, or maybe just a snake, right? We could just have a snake on the ground. All right, let's do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So these moves are going to look similar, but this is more about getting our energy up. So we're going to step apart. As we pull it together, we're going to crisscross. Step apart, crisscross. So you don't have to go as high. So this is about just moving the legs and getting that blood pumping. So let's go ahead and do this for 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And back to center. Take a deep breath in. Another breath in. Slowly blow it out. Take a deep breath in. All the way to the belly. Another breath. Blow it out. Easy way to kick in the vagus nerve, bring you back into parasympathetic. All right. Let's do some more cardio. And so we're going to move to our jumping jacks. And these are seated jumping jacks. If you want, you can just do the legs. Maybe you just want to do the arms today. If you got lots of energy, you can do both the arms and the legs. We're going to do 35, right? 35. As I go through the count, I'm going to pick up the pace. If it's too fast for you, don't worry. You can go ahead and slow it down. Just do a pace that feels good for you. So let's go ahead. Let's find that good place of balance. Tuck the belly in, line the shoulders, hands at the side. And let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Woo! Catch your breath. Deep breath in. Another breath in. Slowly blow it out. Deep breath in. If you ever find yourself in panic mode, or you have little children, right? And they get hyperventilating, this is a great practice for them. So it helps move them back into parasympathetic.
You're like grandchildren.
Grandchildren,
Doing
little
what?
grandchildren.
Breathing or what?
That deep breath, breath in, breathe in again, and then blowing out. As long as they can. And they can make it a competition. It'll refocus them and it'll draw them back into their bodies. So, all right, let's go ahead and let's do our exercises where we move our legs from one side of the chair to the other. This one's really cardiovascular, right? It feels like one of the simpler moves because it's just our legs, but moving the entire body from one side to the other engages the heart. So let's do this for 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And take another deep breath in. Exhale it out slowly. All right. Let's open the legs just a bit. I'm going to open up the body by stretching and releasing any tension in the lower back. Lift those arms up high towards the ceiling. Push those palms up towards the ceiling and turn towards one leg. And let's go ahead and lean forward. And each of us will lean forward differently, however it feels comfortable for you. But I'm not letting the back round. The back is nice and straight. And I'm going to walk my hands to the other side. And bring those hands back up. Push up towards the ceiling. Turn towards that first leg again, all the way down. And walk across. I'm tricking you guys into cherry pickers, right? Lift those hands up.
Don't take me out.
All the way down. And walk across. We'll do 4 on each side. So this is the last one in this direction. And all the way down. Oh, Luanne thought I was tricking.
You're my burden.
And lift up. And let's turn towards that other leg all the way down. And walk the hands across. And bring those arms up. And walk across. This is number 3. We have one more after this one. Bring those arms up and down. Let's see if you can go just a little deeper. As you move across, feel the belly rest down the center. Have to open up that lower back. Lift those arms up. Lift a little higher. Hold them into goddess hands. Pull the shoulders back and let the head drop back. Push those hands back up, lift the head, and let's go down the center. Nice and slow. If you need to rest in between by stopping on the legs, you can. As you work your way down to the ground, let the shoulders and the back relax. And now I give you permission to lift the back round just a bit. You want to soften. Feel the back open up just a bit. And go ahead and bring your elbows back up to the knees. And in the hands, and slowly bring yourself back up. Walk those feet back in. Let's go ahead and move into a figure 4 position. Gonna rest that ankle on the knee. Lift the body up, lift the rib cage up, and lean forward at the waist. This is a great way to loosen up the hip. Breathe into any tight spots. Imagine you could actually take a breath into that hip. And with your exhale, allow that tension to leave. Another deep breath in and exhale out. And go ahead and bring the body upright. Leave that leg here. Let's go ahead and do a spinal twist. Grab that chair, look behind you, either direction, because we're going to do both. And come back forward. Let's twist the other way. And come back forward. Go ahead and set that leg down. Let's do the other side. Lift that ankle up. Lift the rib cage up. Lift the shoulders up. Bend at the waist. Go ahead and lean forward. Don't let the back round. That's going to pull on the back. We don't want to pull the back. You could do it here if it goes better. Go ahead and lean forward. Remember to breathe into that tension, that tightness. And bring your body up. Let's go ahead and do another spinal twist. Look behind you and engage those eyes, right? We want to keep the muscles around the eyes strong. And come back forward. Let's do the other way. Going to help ward off farsightedness, nearsightedness. Keep those muscles around the eyes strong. Come back forward. And go ahead and rest that leg. All right. I'm going to go ahead and do another side bend here. I'm going to have you hang on to the chair. Lift that arm up and lean all the way over. And I've got my right hand. I'm going to let that left leg go out. Really stretch that side of the body. And you can hang on to the side of the chair. You can rest your arm on the chair. But the goal is to open up and stretch any of the muscles that we worked so hard today. And bring that foot and that arm back in. Let's do the other side. So I lean over and then I let that leg go out. You can lean on the chair. You can touch the ground, however it feels comfortable for you. Hold that arm back. Feel the opening in the front of the body. And come on back. Nice. Let's do our shoulders a bit. We did a lot of work on the arms at the beginning of the workout. I'm going to cross that arm across and assist in stretching it. And now look over that shoulder. Feel the neck open up just a bit. A little more stretch across the deltoid here. And release. Let's do the other side. Arm crosses, other hand comes in to assist. And let's look over that shoulder. And if you extend that gaze a bit, you should feel a little tension around the eyes, the muscles around the eyes involved. And release. All right. Let's lift up, bend at the elbow. Let's assist in stretching. And I'm going to lean over. And come back up. Let's do the other side. Arm comes up, bend at the elbow. Other hand comes in to assist. And lean over. And release. Let's shake those wrists out. And go ahead and put the fingers interlaced. Push those palms towards me. And so push up towards the ceiling and go ahead and push up. And pull them into goddess arms. Open up, and one more time, look up, let the head fall back. And release those arms. We'll do one last stretch of the leg. Go ahead and extend one foot out. Point that toe back towards you. So I'm pushing through the heel. So really push through the heel. You should feel a stretch through the back of the leg just with this move right here. The other leg's bent, and I've got my ankle beneath my knee. Let's go ahead and lean on that bent knee. Keep this leg flexed. And go ahead and come back up. Let's switch. Push through the heel, flex that toe. Should feel the back of the leg stretch. Let's check with the other leg, make sure that ankle is beneath the knee. We'll go ahead and lean forward. And bring your body upright. Let's put both legs out. Please be careful that the chair doesn't slide out. I'm going to flex both of my toes back towards me. If this is enough, you can stay here. If it feels like it's safe, you can go ahead and lean forward. I've got a hold of my chair to make sure that I don't slide off of it. I can feel both my legs stretching. And come back up. Bring those feet close together. Let's do one last stretch. I'm going to open up my inside of my legs by putting my elbows on the inside and leaning forward. And let's open up the inside thighs. You can let the belly kind of rest. Put your weight pushing the legs outside to the elbows. And bring those knees back together. Lift the body upright. Deep breath in. Raise the shoulders up and drop them down with your exhale. All right, good job, everybody. Nice work, nice work. All right.
Do you need chairs for this thing?
Yeah, we might. I think it might be a good idea just to